You killed it.
Is Theismann's comment about the name change worth? Do we have audio?
He did. So here's the deal. He did Pat McAfee's show.
All right.
Now, preface it all by saying Jason Wright did Grant and Danny's show, and they asked him about changing the name back to Redskins.
Right. And he said,
no, not being discussed, and
it's a
all
no-go.
that. It's
Off the
not-
table.
that's not going to happen, right?
As much as people want that to happen, it's too risky. It's not going to happen.
But does Theismann feel differently?
Well, not necessarily about Redskins,
Okay.
but maybe about the name change.
The Washington football team, the Washington Commanders. Not going to say it, even though there's a massive petition to bring it back. Although now we're hearing that potentially isn't legit. Who knows? What do you think the future looks like? Do you think they have a new team name? And how quickly does that happen? And how does it look, you think, Joe?
Well, the process is it would have to be submitted to the league, and nothing would happen probably within a year, possibly two, when it comes to a new name. I think they want to move towards a new name and sort of put everything about the Washington Commanders, the Washington football team, in the rearview mirror and move forward. I think Josh Harris and his group have done a terrific job of creating an environment that's really very positive.
So,
All right, so he sounds like he's behind that.
yeah,
And
is that a different answer than what he gave us when we've asked him about it over in the last 6 months or so? I feel like
recall.
we've asked him about it.
With Theismann,
I don't
always
know.
feels weird. Like, he was a Snyder guy. He was one of the few Snyder guys was in Dana Snyder's circle, and I think he always thought that Snyder was trying to do the best for the team. I don't know if he's in Josh Harris's circle at all.
I'm
has
sure
talked
he's
to him
going
at
to be
all.
plugged in, and
Probably.
it sounds like
Or it's just like regular speculation like we would do. Like
Right.
we're not plugged into Josh Harris
Well,
and his group.
he's plugged in more than we are. And from his quotes, it sounds like there's already momentum behind the name being
It
changed.
also just sounds like he's sort of plugged into the process. And why would he be plugged into the process?
Well,
Is
I don't
it
know.
because he just remembers how it went?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well,
I think he's just saying it kind of almost as a fan. Like, I don't know if he has inside info. This is just educated speculation.
did we ever ask Joe?
I feel like we've asked him about it.
Did we ask him, does he want the name going back to the Redskins? Did we ever ask him that?
not sure.
Or did we just ask
Doubtful.
him?
I doubt it because I don't think any of us thought it was a realistic possibility.
Right.
We always talked about, people want it, but it's just, and then we would always say it's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The only scenario that I kind of agreed with would be your one outer, your 1 in a million. It was if you paid off all the tribes, you gave them like $20 million or something, and then you just had an agreement like the Seminoles did.
Right.
But even that,
But that still could affect
But
sponsors.
they could scare off corporate America, which I'm sure Josh
right.
Harris
At
and
the end of the day, they're not in the business of scaring off corporate America. We all know that. I don't know. These are you going through like the last time we had Joe on?
Do
I feel
you
like
still
we've
think?
asked them about it?
Do you guys all still think it's likely to be a name change?
Oh, I think
EB's kind of more
No.
towards
I mean,
my
I
side.
don't
Like,
know.
if you
I
had to
think
say,
it's 50-50.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
if they
likely-
win,
yeah.
if they win, it could slow the momentum
I think
down.
100% they are changing the name. There's no, I don't even think likely.
100%.
100%.
I just think Harris wants his own, mark.
His own stamp on it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't change the
that's-
76ers name or the Devils name.
I
His
know,
own
but that
mark
was
could
different.
just be a new head coach, a new front
Right,
office.
But those are
Yeah.
established
But there wasn't
names.
There
that have
wasn't
been around forever.
controversy. Yeah, there wasn't controversy with the old name and ownership.
The Devils they didn't have their name changed to something weird and haphazard and random 2 years ago.
But don't you think he's in danger of okay, most people don't like Commanders as a name. Now, some people are getting used to it.
And
Most
he
people don't like it.
knows that.
But don't you think he's in danger of doing the exact same thing?
What?
They pick another name.
And no one likes
They pick
it?
monuments.
It's
Cakes is always like the
very
monuments.
I
risky.
do like monuments
Cakes,
for whatever
Cakes likes
reason.
monuments. So
I
let's
like
say
it.
he picks
I
monuments.
mean, what's Washington known for?
He could
They
have
love
the
monuments.
exact same, reaction
Well, of
as
course.
Commanders
No.
had.
Of course,
well,
there's no name.
It can't be as
I
bad as
think
Commanders
that everybody will
and
like.
they wouldn't make it a 1.5 year long, 2 year long process. Like they're smarter than that. They would just pick a name that they like, that they want, and go with it. Don't do
They
focus
wouldn't put it
groups.
on the Today
Don't
Show?
do
No. They'll do
polls.
focus groups. You have to do. You have to test it. You have to do focus groups. You don't have to make it public, but you have to do focus
They're
groups.
Why don't they
changing that
just change
stupid name.
it to Red Hogs and call it a day? Because at least it
fine with
has a
that.
tie to the Redskins.
Right.
which a lot of fans want back. Red Hogs, and call it a day.
I got to ask for the 8,000 times. Is there a red hog besides?
I don't know. You could probably find one.
I see a red hattle hog.
Vitiligo.
It's got to be one out there.
Wattle hog is a breed of domestic pig.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's got red in it.
I know.
And
I
it's
like
got
that.
hogs in it.
Why is everyone obsessed
hog.
with red?
I don't
Like
know.
shoving
I don't know.
red
It's our
into
name.
something.
It's our
Burgundy
old
and
name.
gold.
Because that was the old name. I don't know. Just
I will take all wagers that they are
Hogs.
changing the name. I don't know what they're changing it to, but they will change it away from Commanders. And I'll take $5 from everybody.
I'm
I'll
kind of
book
with
that
you
right now.
I'm kind of with you. I don't know
I'll do
when
it
it'll happen.
if you give me odds.
I'm not giving you odds. Why would I give you odds?
You're not willing to
Because
risk
I think
$5?
it's probably
$5.
I'm on the
Honestly,
fence.
Takes, if they won the Super Bowl, you think he's going to then immediately change the name? I'm asking you honestly.
I don't think it matters what they do on the field. They could either lose every game or win every game.
So he's
It's
gonna
a
get his
bad
name on
name.
a trophy
It's
and
a-
everything to
It's
the
a bad name with connotations to the past of Dan Snyder, and nobody loves the name. They're going to change it.
To be honest with you, I don't even blame Dan for the name. I blame Ron.
When
I feel like Ron's
You can blame whoever you
fingerprints are all
want.
over
It's a
it.
bad name.
It's
Maybe.
a bad name, but I think of that name with Ron.
Probably because
More than
Dan,
I
But think about it. You
Dan
just-
Snyder was basically checked out.
Yeah,
Like,
he was punched out.
He wasn't involved.
they're going to win a Super Bowl.
No, but if they did,
All right.
you don't change the name.
Sure, you can. If it's
Right,
a bad
but that's
name.
why you can throw that, argument out. They're not going to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, the
So,
Redskins
here's my
won 3
question.
Super
You
Bowls
said
when
that
changed the
they
name.
They go to
needed
NFC Championship.
All right. Cross that bridge. But let me ask you this. You said you had to do focus groups.
Yeah,
Did
you
they do
have to.
Did they do
I'm
focus
sure.
groups for
I'm sure
Commanders?
Yeah.
Automatic.
All
There's
the
no,
names are
there's no
brutal.
way the focus group said, yeah, Commanders is a great name.
No, they probably said it wasn't hated. Like it was fine. It was
No,
like
I just think
raw.
they're stupid over there.
No, they didn't just dream. I'm sure they focused the heck out of it.
Yeah, remember you guys did a lunch with him. I wasn't able to go because it's when my mom passed, but he talked about like the ESPN crawl and all
There's
those
a million things that they thought about. Yeah. But whatever. It's just a blah name that no one's attached to. I get it. But if they win, I think it becomes
Drabby,
less of an issue.
Drabby,
If they win, they're not changing the name.
We should get Theismann on next week just to kind of preview, the season, week 1. Let's get him on. We haven't had him on in a while.
Let him jock Sam Howell.
Does he
like
live in-
jocks every quarter?
Does he live in Nashville?
Memphis.
Memphis.
I wish
we
I
had
could.
him on about a month ago.
Let's
Look,
get him on again.
Josh Harris, if you're listening, if this gets back to you, please take me out for a beer because you love to buy people beers. You did it at the bullpen during the Burgundy and Soul party. And please just tell me how much you hate the name Commanders and how forward you're looking.
Why don't we
to
just talk to his
changing
brother?
it.
We know the brother, right? Chippy met the
I'd love
brother.
to talk to
his
Jason
brother.
used to work with the brother.
Gabe.
Just ask
Yeah, I mean,
the-
I met
just
him
ask
one
Gabe.
time.
I'll talk
All
to
right.
Gabe Harris. Let's meet up, Gabe.
Can we book Gabe? That's a good pull. Book the owner's brother.
Yes.
I can text him right now.
He lives in Jersey.
That's
All right,
fine.
who cares?
He's like working for the
Does-
Devils.
but he
Does he have
appeared
a
to know
phone?
who we were, though, right?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a local guy, and I just remember his big message to me is, "We've done this before. May take some time,
Right.
but we know what we're doing."
We're gonna
That was
book.
kind
You
of
know
his
what?
thing.
We're booking the owner's brother.
Quite a get.
Dude, that's a good
You
guess.
call him the Nubs Harris?
Yeah.
We could. Yeah.
Yeah. He. You think the brother doesn't know?
I
What's
think the
going
brother
on?
definitely knows.
Let me just tell you this. He's very, he's going to be very political, and he's going to give you dry answers.
Right.
Okay, but it's still funny.
No, funny would
No.
be if we got the owner's second cousin.
Well, I mean, if you know him, sure. If any of y'all are related to
Put it this
Josh,
way. Put it this way. I talked to Gabe right before Josh came to Maryland or D.C. For the official change.
Yeah.
I talked to him for about 20 minutes. He gave me nothing. Zippy.
well, maybe you asked.
And
Maybe you asked a hurting question.
I asked a great question.
You probably asked him
and
how
I said,
much money he makes.
And I said, off the record. He
Yeah.
gave me nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
Now,
I think
Gabe was your boss at Advantage International.
Advantage
Sports Agents.
International.
And that was also where your boy Chris
Heck.
worked.
Right.
So Gabe Harris was the boss of
Yeah.
these two young guys.
Mhm.
And one of them went on to become the owner, or what is his job? COO of like
He's
the
president.
Sixers, and now
No,
Aston Villa?
Yeah,
I
Aston
haven't
Villa.
seen
He's the
any
president.
Aston Villa gear, by the way.
He's the president of Aston Villa.
That's
kinda
Drabby would
silly.
know more about that
Where's
than
our
me.
box of Aston Villa
He
gear?
moved to London.
And then his brother becomes the owner of 3 teams, and you became a junkie.
I'm just a hard-thing junkie.
Right. Look at you.
Hard-thing junkie.
Look at your lot in life.
Right. Getting up at 4 a.m., driving
what, though?
50 minutes.
Safe to say you've worked the least.
That's true.
That's a good point.
That is true.
And
You probably
slept
played the most golf.
Yep.
No one has worked less and played more golf.